This morning, crews are working on 2 different water main breaks around downtown. It is going to have an impact on the morning commute.
Our team of reporters making sure you are covered here. News 8's Evan Ronnie live near 11th and A Street. But we begin with Chris Groh. He's live near Interstate 5 with an update. Chris?
Yeah, and I want to show you guys, this is the northbound 5 right here by the Hawthorne Street, and you can see that water there still pumping out there into the northbound 5. Now, according to the CHP online log, the water was shut off. However, this is still water draining either from that site, from that water main. I'm not really sure about the specifics there, but this is why that water still coming out there, though. Now, let's show you what the picture looked like several hours ago. Again, this water main break just happening before 7 p.m. Many drivers caught in this at the time, and we're actually told that there was at least one person that was injured, that being a passenger in an Uber driver. Now, several other cars were reportedly damaged, so we are still waiting to get kind of the final tally. But right now, this northbound 5 section is completely shut down. All lanes are closed right now due to the fact that they have this water main break flooding out into the freeway, but then also because those repairs from city crews are still going on. Now, we've been keeping an eye on what Caltrans has been saying, and right now, again, the latest update is that this is closed while this water main break is still ongoing, while those repairs are still ongoing. And then on top of that, there's another water main break going on here in downtown. That's where we find Evan Nurani, who's live there on 11th and A. Evan?
Yeah, good morning to you, Chris. That's right, 11th and A right now closed to cars. There is a spot of 10th and A where they're allowing 1 lane of cars to pass through, but I'll give you a look at the scene behind us right now where they were able to actually shut off that water a short time ago, just a couple hours ago. They also have those traffic lights back working again. You can see kind of that green light there. That is a change from just a couple hours ago, again, where that water was really flooding through the downtown area. Now, they also recently set up some cones to be able to allow for likely one of these lanes of traffic to open back up, meaning within a short time we would expect that at least 1 lane of traffic could resume getting onto the 5 and the 163 northbound lanes. Now, again, on this 11th and A Street main break, this took place just around 5 p.m. last night. CHP confirmed at least 1 person was injured when that water broke through the windshield of a car. They say several other cars were hit by debris. Many apartments around here in the downtown area have been without water for about 12 hours now, as these mains affect the water pressure to many of the downtown apartment buildings. So if you are driving through here this morning, do expect some delays to your morning commute. You're going to have to take it just a bit slower through about the A Street exits onto the 163 or to the 5 if you're passing through here from those north or southbound lanes. And that is going to be something to keep an eye on. So I want to send things over to Jenny Milkowski. She is keeping track of what those traffic impacts are this morning.
As you can imagine, this is causing a big mess. Now, luckily, it still is early, 6:04, so the volume out on the roads just isn't there. But we're still seeing the backups. And again, the one that Chris Groh is at, north on the 5 at the 163, right at about Hawthorne, this is a closure. We've got water that is still pumping. That flooding is there. We do have a SIG alert issued north on the 5, again, 163 over to Hawthorne Street. So where you see that purple here, this is a complete shutdown. So right at that connector there. We've got big backups, 11 miles an hour on average. You can see that northbound 5 is really feeling the brunt of these delays. That 94 westbound commute, this is seeing some delays as well. This is starting to get progressively worse. So far, the 163 seems calm. 17 miles an hour on average. Things are backed up to about Imperial, and again, that 94, I would say right at about F Street is where you're going to experience those delays. Southbound on the 5, I'm not seeing any issues. So that is the big story of the day. We've got a couple of other things as well I want to mention. North on the 5, so once you're able to pass where that water main break is at Washington, that second lane is blocked. We have some sort of an obstruction in the road. Seems to be minor. Good news, Winter Gardens is back open fully at Gardenia Way. There was a crash in that area. Travel times to the South Bay are fine. Up to the North County, I don't see any crashes or delays.
Jenny, thank you. At least 5 people are dead after a man in an SUV drove through a holiday parade in Waukesha, Wisconsin. More than 40 others were hurt, including children. Police say a person of interest is in custody. A law enforcement official told CBS News the suspect was running from another scene, possibly a knife fight. Then he drove into parade goers. The FBI is standing by, ready to provide assistance to local authorities in this investigation. And today, the couple accused in the death of their infant daughter will be in court for a bail review hearing. Brandon Copeland and Elizabeth Uckman pleaded not guilty last week. On November 9th, their 3-month-old daughter, Delilah, was found with grave injuries in the couple's City Heights apartment. She was pronounced dead at the hospital. Right now, the couple is being held without bail. And the search is on for the drivers who took cash after thousands of dollars were scattered along the 5 in Carlsbad. This was on Friday. And today we can expect an update on this investigation. CHP says the bags of money were on their way to the Federal Reserve. The cash fell out of an armored truck. The money belongs to the FDIC. Defense attorney Brian Watkins says anyone who keeps the cash and is caught faces criminal charges.
Anybody who keeps the money is in fact breaking the law. It's called theft. It's stealing. It would be a felony if you took over $950. If you took under $950, it would be a misdemeanor.
Watkins says if you picked up any of the money and you return it to CHP, you should be safe from prosecution.
Well, today is the deadline for federal workers to be vaccinated against COVID-19. And there is some concern it will lead to a shortage of TSA workers as the busy holiday travel season gets underway here. The TSA says about 40% of its employees have still not received a shot. TSA officials add they don't anticipate any disruptions to Thanksgiving travel because of the mandate. Meantime, this is expected to become the biggest holiday travel period since the start of the pandemic. On Saturday, 2 million people went through TSA checkpoints. The San Diego International Airport is expecting about a 20% increase in traffic this week, with the busiest days on Wednesday and Sunday. Experts say the best time to travel this week after 9 p.m. on Wednesday, before 11 a.m. on Thursday and Friday, and then before noon on Saturday and Sunday. If you are traveling by car this Thanksgiving, get ready to pay even more at the pump. These prices just keep on going up. In fact, they increased again here today. The average price for a gallon of regular in San Diego County now $4.66. According to the AAA, the average price of gas has risen 11.6 cents in just the last 13 days. It's up 17 cents over the past month.
Okay, this morning, the new Trolley Blue Line extension is officially open. San Diegans celebrated the grand opening yesterday. Construction on the $2 billion project started 5 years ago. Sandag built the 11-mile extension of the UC San Diego Blue Line. It includes 9 new stations from the Santa Fe Depot downtown to the University City area. So another way to get around without having to pay for those gas prices, right?
Yeah, I was going to say you get to save money without having to spend gas money, obviously, but then you can shop at UTC. So it takes you right there to do your shopping in time for the holidays, right? This is a view of clear conditions right now as you're waking up here, 6:08 on this Monday morning. Overall, we have pretty clear skies, just some thin high clouds. That's all I see on some of our cameras, but this also showing some small waves, 1 to 3 footers. That's all we're going to get to today. Yesterday was really mild. It was a beach day. I mean, it got so warm, low 80s for most areas. Today, you're going to feel that again. So the beaches may be pretty popular, especially for people who may have this whole week off. That's nice, right? Sunrise this morning, 6:25, and then we do have some of these east-facing cameras showing those high clouds. West-facing from San Miguel, you still see a little bit of Mother Nature's artwork out there. Here's a look at those weather headlines. Santa Ana winds are peaking right now, 30 to 40 miles per hour at this moment across our ridge tops into our foothills. And then a trough comes through. Tomorrow, we're going to cool down. We'll have more clouds. There's a chance for light showers. It's really light tomorrow into Wednesday. And then Santa Ana winds come back on Thanksgiving Day. So yes, that means the heat will be back as well. Here's our view from Mount Soledad. As you see, very clear, 57 degrees for downtown. And then right now in El Cajon, it's at 50, 59 in Chula Vista, 63 in Jamul. You're warmer right there along our foothills where the winds are also getting pretty gusty out there. So we're looking at 6 degrees warmer right now in Ramona compared compared to 24 hours ago. 13 degrees warmer in Oceanside. Because it got so hot yesterday, our temperatures stayed pretty warm, even with these clear overnight conditions. And our current wind gust shows it right here. Sill Hill and Alpine, Laguna, you're all feeling the breeze. It's that dry wind that we get, the Santa Ana winds. They are peaking right now. Yesterday, they got pretty gusty. Today, we're feeling it again. Until about 10, 11 o'clock this morning, we'll keep seeing things drying. So relative humidity numbers in the teens for Alpine, Ramona, Fallbrook. Look how dry it is even along our coastline in Carlsbad at 24%. So the winds coming in from the east really causing these increased fire risk. And again, it's going to stay pretty strong through the next few hours. Tomorrow, everything switches. We'll be back to onshore. I'll get into the details of your full holiday week forecast coming up in just a few minutes.